Good afternoon. Today I would like to talk to you a little bit about designing a life and living, how to design and live a successful life. That light is very bright. What I find as I'm out there in the marketplace is that a lot of people move through the world with drift and neglect. They have no real plan for their lives and no vision for what they want to accomplish. In the words of the great business philosopher Jim Rohn, you cannot drift your way to the top. So I am here today to ask you and encourage you to not let that be you. You guys are in a fantastic spot. Those of you who are students, obviously, are focused on your studies. You are moving forward to bigger and better things and planning your lives, whether it's college, whether it's a trade school, or whether some of you are even preparing to move into the workforce. I can tell you that it is an absolutely awesome time to be you. It doesn't seem so long ago, even though it is 20 plus years, that I sat in the exact same seat that you students are sitting in today. I'm a 1989 graduate of Baldwin-Brentwood-Whitehall, and I can tell you that many years ago, after my experience, I really wish that someone would have taken the time to share with me a roadmap of how to achieve my dreams and goals. In thinking back, I'm fairly certain that the teachers that I had at the time, I thought I saw Mr. Hines out here somewhere, they definitely tried to do that. I just wish that I probably would have taken the time to listen back then. Just let me give you a little piece of advice for the students. While you're here, get your education. I know that sounds weird, but soak it all in and get it while you're here. Now's the best time to get it because you can't come back once you're gone. So let me ask you by a show of hands. Once I got out into the workforce and started to search, I looked for mentors and I looked for a way to have someone teach me how to live my dreams and goals. And I want to share with you a little bit today on what I found. So let me ask you by a show of hands, how many of you, as you embark on the world, would like to live and know that you're going to achieve your dreams and goals? That's something you guys want to go out there and do? Awesome. Well, I'm going to share a little bit with what I've learned, so let's get started. In my experience, what I found is that there are three key areas that will determine your success as you move forward in life. Number one is your ability to set goals. Number two is your reason why. And number three is creating good daily habits. The one skill that is most responsible for the abundance that I've experienced in my life was the ability to set and achieve goals. And in doing that, what I'd encourage you with the slide up here is in setting your goals, I would make sure that they encompass every area of your life. Do not be that person that achieves great financial success at the expense of their family, or achieves in one area of their life at the expense of all others. So as you can see on the wheel up here, you should have goals that encompass your business life, your financial life, your physical and health, your well-being, your relationships and your family, some spiritual goals, whatever that means to you, your mental goals, and some goals for your lifestyle, some material things you may want to accomplish, where you'll live, what you'll drive, things like that. They're all important. So your goals should be, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this before, your goals should be what they call SMART goals. Your goals should be specific. Just to say that I want to lose weight is not a specific goal. That's not a real goal. To say that I want to lose 20 pounds, no, that's specific. Your goals should be measurable. You should be able to track your progress. Your goals should be attainable. In other words, if I were to set a goal that I was going to play for the Pittsburgh Penguins in their 2016 season, I would say that's most likely not very attainable. So it would not be a good goal for me. Your goal should be relevant. What I mean by relevant is as you figure out what your core values are in life, what means the most to you guys as you embark in the world, what is relevant to you? Make sure the goals are relevant to you and what means most to you. And then the goals should also be time sensitive. You should be able to put a time limit on them. So for instance, in our weight loss example, Just to say I want to lose 20 pounds is probably not enough. But to say by December 31st of 2015, I will be my ideal weight of 175 pounds. Okay, that is a positive, affirming goal that meets all of the criteria. I would encourage you to write them down in each of these areas and also read them aloud to yourself every day. Okay, so number 2 then, that's setting goals is the first thing we worked on. Number 2 would be our reasons why. Okay, most people typically do what I find is that they look at how they're going to do it. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to get to what you want to do, but unless you have a real strong reason why you want to do it, you're never going to do it. Okay, so for a weight loss example, let's think about what would the reason why be. Well, let's say my sister's getting married on New Year's Eve of 2015. And if you're a girl, you want to fit into that dress. If you're a guy, you want to look the best you've ever looked. So that's a real motivating reason why at the times you don't feel like running, at the times you don't feel like eating well, at the times you don't feel like working out, those are going to be the reason why is what's going to get you through. Let me give you a quick example. If I put a 10-inch plank on this stage and ran it about 20 feet long, and I offered you $20 to come up here and walk across that plank, how many of you would do it for $20? All of you, right? All of you would do that, I would assume. It's an easy $20, right? So let's change the landscape a little bit. If I took that same plank and I raised it 100 stories in the air, sky high in the air between 200-story buildings, okay, for the same $20, would you walk across that plank? Anybody? I know I wouldn't. Okay, so let's take it a little bit further. Let's assume, Doug, one of your children was on the other side in the other building, and that building was burning to the ground, and you had 30 seconds to get across that plank. $20 or no $20, would you do it? Of course you would. Okay, why? Why wouldn't you walk across it a minute ago, but you're going to do it now? Because your why has changed. Your motivation has changed. Does that make sense? Good. Darren Hardy, who is the publisher of Success Magazine, which is a fantastic resource, said the person who has a clear, compelling, white-hot reason why will always find a way how to achieve their goals. So far we've set our goals, we've given ourselves reasons why, and thirdly, we need to create good daily habits around those goals. Okay, this is you. When you make a choice to lose weight, okay, our behaviors, our actions, the eating well, the working out, or the things we need to put into place, then repeated over time, those habits or those actions become our habits. Okay, so compounded over time, we're going to achieve any goal that we want to achieve. Aristotle wrote that we are what we repeatedly do. If you're in shape, I would assume that you eat well and that you work out. If you are a straight A student in this room, I would assume that most of you have to work at it, and you study every night, and that is the reason that you have good daily habits, so that's the reason you are where you are. I have worked with and have many friends in the business community that are high achievers, and I can tell you that the one common trait amongst all of them is that they have good daily habits. The successful people that are out there in the community are not always more intelligent, and they're not always more advantaged, okay? They just have better daily habits. So John Maxwell wrote in his amazing book, Today Matters, your success is based on your daily habits. So let's think about it from our perspective of the weight loss. We now have a goal to lose 25 pounds. So by December 31st of 2015, I will be my ideal weight of 175 pounds. The reason I want to do that is I'm going to be in my sister's wedding at the end of the year, and I want to look the best I've ever looked. Okay, that's a great reason. And so what do I have to do that? I have to eat well. I have to supplement well. I have to work out. And I have to be disciplined. So those are the things you need to do on a daily basis. And by December 31st of this year, if you follow that plan, I guarantee you will achieve your goal. Okay, so let's recap. We're going to set compelling goals. We're going to find our why. And we're going to create daily habits, okay? So let me say this in closing. Learning without execution is useless, okay? You have to put these things into practice and take action on them. I did not accept the honor to come speak here today because I had nothing in my schedule or I had nothing better to do. I too have dreams and goals. And one of my goals as a business person in the community, as a husband, as a father, is to make a difference in the lives of others. My motivation and my core values, the reason I want to do that is I want to live a life of significance. Someone did it for me, and I want to do it for others. And I want to make sure that, my dream is that someday students in this room will either email me or see me in the community and come up to me or stop by my office and say, the ideas and the things that you shared with us that day, started me on my journey to success. And if that happens, that's what I'm in it for. That's why I know I'll be successful. So I hope that you've gained something positive from what I've gone over very quickly today. I'm going to put my email up here. Feel free to email me anytime you like. I have a really cool grid, about an 8-page exercise on goal setting. If any of you adults or the students are interested, please shoot me an email. I'll send it over. It's really cool and kind of encompasses everything I've talked about. So I thank you for your time and your attention, and I wish all of you really the best life that you can possibly have. So go get them.